Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Chef Matt here with Eaton Marketing. And I'm here today to talk about the TurboChef Conveyor 1618. This is the smallest of three. There is a 2020 and there's a 2620. The 2020 and the 2620 have the option of getting a split belt, which is a cool feature. So if you wanted to do two things in the same cavity with the heat, but you need at different times, you can adjust the belts at different times. This one is one straight belt. So, Chef Rick with Eaton Marketing, he did a video on the 2020 and he went through the controls, he went through cooking it, he went through, all the things that make this such a great oven. So I thought maybe I would just take some time and go through, we'll go through cleaning the whole process from start to finish. So let's get started. All right, so when you turn the oven off at the end of your shift and it's starting to cool down, the fans are gonna keep blowing to help cool it down, and the conveyor belt's gonna slow down, but it's still gonna continue to go around. At that point, you can take a bristled brush, okay, and you're gonna wanna very gently, you don't wanna go too hard, slightly go across as the belt's going around. You're gonna get rid of all that loose debris, anything that's caked on there. Okay? And you're gonna do that a few times, and you're gonna find that most of the time that's probably gonna be good enough, and you won't have to take the whole thing out. There will be times when you're gonna have to take the whole thing out to get a deeper cleaning, and we'll go through that as well. So now with the oven, it says oven off, it's completely cooled down, and it's ready to be cleaned. Make sure that it says that, because this oven gets very hot inside. Okay, so we're gonna take the tray off. This is like a catcher tray, make sure nothing falls off. And you've got one on each side. And then you've also got a chrome tray. They come out very easy. And one on each side. You're gonna unlatch. You're gonna open the door. You're gonna lift it straight up off the hinges. Now we're exposing the inside of the oven. Here's your jet plates. You have a top and a bottom jet plate. That's another great feature about this oven. This oven doesn't work off of microwave assist. It only works off impinged air, but it has top and bottom independent impinged air. So you can control however hot you want your top and your bottom. So now there's a clasp right here. We're gonna pull that out. You're gonna put your hand underneath to help guide it out. Another nice feature that they did is they made both jet plates exactly the same, so you don't have to remember, oh no, which one went on the top, which one went on the bottom. I know I would do that. Doesn't matter which one you put where. Same thing on the bottom, there's the clip. Pull the clip. And it slides right out. At this point, if we don't need to take this off, I'm going to show you how we're going to clean it, but then also we're going to go ahead and act like we do need to take it off, so we'll do both. Now we have our TurboChef oven cleaners. You want to make sure that you're always using TurboChef oven cleaners. All right, so here's the cleaner and here's the guard. This would be like a wash and this would be a wax. Is the first thing you'd want to do with a dry towel, just get in here and wipe and make sure that all the big crumbs or anything are out. Okay? At that point, then you would put your cleaner on here and you're just going to wipe, and the same thing on the top, sides. We never want to spray into the cavity because we don't want to get it into the catalytic converters back there. If you find that you have some hard stains in here that aren't coming off after you let your cleaner sit on there for a couple minutes, you can use a green scrubby, very lightly, just kind of rub it in there and it should come right off. Then you're going to take some clean water, a towel, and you're going to rinse it, get it damp. And you're going to go in there and you're going to wipe everything off. Make sure you get all that cleaner off of there. At this point, you would have one more towel and you're going to take your oven guard. You're going to put your oven guard on and you're going to apply it all throughout. Making sure not to get it, you don't want to get anything on this conveyor. Okay? You're going to Now, this part is done. However, if this was a lot more dirty, or say once a month or whatever, now you want to take this out and you want to wipe it down well. You want to lift this up, and you're going to take the chain off. And it takes a couple times to get used to. Just let the chain hang like that. And it slides right out, very easy. Now that we have our conveyor belt off of there, we can get a damp cloth, and we can get in, we can get it well, and make sure everything is off. You know, flip it over, make sure all the sides, everything is nice. Again, we don't want to use oven guard or oven cleaner on here because this is where our food goes. Okay, but you can get in there and you can get it a little bit better. All right. Now, with your jet plates, come off. Okay, like so. So you have two parts. Now, if this is dirty, you could soak that in a little bit of soap and water, and then give it a rinse. You can do that with this as well. However, I just recommend doing the same thing. Taking your oven guard or your oven cleaner, get it on there well. You can even just spray it at this point. Go ahead and get you a green scrubby. You can go ahead and rinse that off nice. You're gonna do it with both sides. It has a little lip right here. You put the lip right in there. And then it just snaps back on. And when they're brand new, it takes a couple times to get used to it, and also, it hasn't been open and closed, so it's going to be a little stiff the first few times you do it. And it's that easy. It's that easy. And you do that with both of them, and you're good to go. These right here, normally a little soap and water is all you need. Again, if you have to put, soak them for a few minutes, you can, but soap and water, make sure everything is completely dry before everything goes back in the oven is very important. Now, the door. Very, very important. Do not soak the door. There's insulation in the door. With the door, all you want to do is just put some oven guard or oven cleaner on there, wipe it down, let it sit for a few minutes, wipe it off, then add your oven guard, and you're good to go. Okay? That easy. Make sure you do not soak it. Okay, so now, oven is clean, and we're going to go ahead and reassemble. Now on the 2020 and the 2620, they're bigger, and a lot of them have, some of them have a chain on each side, but everything else is pretty much the same. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to slide that in, lift it up, make sure you get it on there. That easy. Put your chain guard back on. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our jet plates back in place. Okay. This takes a couple of times to get used to, but it's really, you want to keep your hand back here to guide that you're going in right. after you've done it a couple of times, you'll find it's that easy. Okay? Same thing with the bottom one. The bottom one is very easy. Just slides in. Just like that. Now the door, I find it easier to line up the bottom first, then add the top, go straight down. Go ahead and put the clasp on there. Okay, almost done. Crumb trays, they slide right in. This, you see there's a lip here and a lip here. So I like to eyeball in from the front, and it slides right down. Same thing with this side. Eyeball it from the front, slides right down. Now your oven is completely clean, looking beautiful. The outside, just wipe it down. If it gets a little dirty, you could put, I wouldn't put any kind of abrasive cleaner on here. Maybe a little Sheila Shine or just a good old cloth and a little soap and water and wipe it down. You're ready to turn your oven on and rock and roll.